Product research on Etsy is by far the most important thing. By far the most important thing, product research. By far. Because that's what the basis of your whole store is around, right? So you can mess up your SEO, search engine optimization. You can mess up the advertising. You can mess up the logo, the banner, all this bullshit. You can mess up everything. But if you have good products, you will still get sales. Obviously, if you have a good product and you have the perfect logo, the perfect branding, the perfect SEO, you're obviously going to do a lot better. But if you just have the actual, like, really focus on the product research, you're going to do incredibly well. So I obviously talk about a lot about different niches within Etsy. So there's kind of two main kind of things and ways you're going to sell products online, right? Well, it's kind of two main categories, right? There's kind of two main categories. I would say the first category is evergreen products, like purely at the top of the thing, right? Evergreen and then seasonal. My personal preference and what I would recommend to people watching this is focus on, like, I would focus on evergreen products purely because that's what I do. I don't like to focus on trending products because they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. And that's something with Shopify dropshipping that I didn't like. So that's one thing I would say, right? So I would say if you're focusing on evergreen products, there's a lot of different niches that will be very good throughout the entire year. Things such as jewelry, things such as clothing's a little bit hard because there's seasonality with clothing, right? But a lot of home goods, garden items aren't seasonal though. Like home goods though, for things inside, very good. But obviously if you're selling baubles, Christmas tree baubles, then that's obviously not gonna work kind of thing, right? But I would say you really want to focus on if it's an evergreen product or it's a seasonal product, because let's say you're selling summer dresses. It's kind of coming to the end of summer now, middle of August. You need to start transitioning that store over to a more of an evergreen or a more of a winter, autumn-esque kind of store. That way you're actually going to be able to capitalize on the sales and the reviews and the momentum that you already have. What do you mean by evergreen? Evergreen are like evergreen trees. They last forever. They don't have seasonality, right? Okay, but yeah. Product research, most important thing. There's reasons why products sell better than other products, obviously. So really what I push and what I mentioned in a lot of my voice notes and videos and live streams previously is that if you understand the actual fundamentals why someone buys a product, then you understand how you can sell that product to someone else, right? So let's say something like this hoodie. This hoodie's not a perfect example, but let's say this hoodie. Yeah, this hoodie's good actually. This hoodie's okay. Because like, obviously, maybe I like the color of the hoodie, right? But then also it's the branding. It's what does the brand stand for? Because when you're buying something from Etsy, it's about it being handmade, it being unique. So this brand is about community and stuff like this, right? Whereas if you're selling a bracelet, that is about, you got to think about the emotional aspect to it, right? So typically it's going to be about, when you're selling on Etsy, it's going to be about the handmade and unique element of it. That's what the side's going to be, right? So you got to think very carefully about why someone is actually going to buy something. What is the reason behind it, the underlying reason behind it? Because then what you can do is you can go on AliExpress and you can find the most random ass products in the entire world, which I might do just 1 second. You can find the most random ass product in the entire world and you can sell that product. Because if you understand the actual underlying reason behind why someone wants to buy it, then that's what works. But if you just know how to use a tool, you just know how to use eRank or whatever, Etsy, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter, then you never actually understand, you never gain the understanding behind the actual reason why someone wants to buy that. The most important thing, obviously, product research and understanding the fundamentals behind product research, and that's why it actually works. Why does the product actually work? If you understand why the product works, you can replicate that over and 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 over again. One thing I would also say is you should find a niche that works for you. So the niche that always works for me is target market, sorry. The target market that always works for me is 30 to 60-year-old females. I just know that market very well because I've run the licorice market, right? I've run mylicorice.co.uk for years upon years, and I understand how they react to certain different types of marketing, how they react to certain different types of wording. So if you understand why someone's buying something, then you're in the perfect position ever. And if you specialize within the target market, you're going to do better. So when I was dropshipping, when I was doing Shopify dropshipping, which I did for a good year, right? Seriously, for a good year, almost did 7 figures, probably under the 7-figure mark with just pure Shopify dropshipping. Not bringing it to a brand, just pure, just ripping products. I don't know, whatever. I had a particular market, a particular type of product that would sell really well for me. That product was wow factor products, specifically focused again on the 30 to 60-year-old female market. So if you find a product that works, if you find a niche that works, you should stick within that niche. I would strongly recommend staying to that niche, because staying to that target market, because if you find that you know how to do the products, you know how to do the customer service, you know how to do the photos, all to that one specific target market, you are easily able to replicate that out multiple times, so you can make 10 different stores all targeting the same target market but in different niches, and you'll see a lot of success. Super quick interruption. After you finish watching this video right here, go check out the video that's the top link in the description, where I detail exactly how I made over £200,000 from Etsy dropshipping in just 3 months. Go check it out, but watch this video first.